ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुः येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Today we shall discuss on the topic Krishna, Ram and Vishnu. All these three, they are one Lord in many forms. All the scriptures talk about one capital God. There is one capital God, capital God. But there may be other smaller gods. Just like we have one prime minister for our country, and we have many chief ministers, we have many MPs, many MLAs, we have many corporators and many others also. But there is only one prime minister at the top. In the same manner, the Supreme God is capital God, as I told you. Who is that? In Bible, there is a mention about Jesus as Son of God, Son of Christ. And in Quran, there is a mention about a Supreme God, but Muhammad being a prophet of God. And oftentimes people wonder, there are so many different religions and they are all talking of different gods, then who is ultimate God? But there need not be any confusion. The God is only the same person. Just like the Surya or the sun in the sky, you call him as Surya or Dinakar or Bhaskar, Ravi, you can call by different names. But the sun is the same. In different languages, you call it by different names. Or like you have water, you call it as Niru, or you call it as Tannir, you call it as Jalam. In Hindi, you call it as Pani. In Marathi, you call Pinacha Pani or whatever. So, in this way, the substance is same, water, but you call it by different names. Similarly, the Supreme God is only one person who may be addressed by different names. Like you call him as Christ or Krishna. When you say Krishna means Sarva Akarshak, all attractive. Christ also has the same meaning. And both these words come from the Sanskrit word Krishna. Similarly, there are different religions calling that God, Supreme God, with some name, which represent his qualities. Like Muslims call him as La ilaha illallah. That one Supreme Person who has no equals. And that is true, because Supreme Person is only one. You will find amongst Muslims, those who are most refined, advanced Muslim mystics, they become Sufis. The Sufis are worshippers of Krishna or Rama. And they have written many dohe, Rahim ke dohe. You will read like that. Similarly, amongst the Christians, the most refined Christians are like Benedictine monks, Franciscan friars, Seventh-day Adventists, if you see like that. They also follow the regulative principles which we follow. They don't eat meat, they don't gamble, they don't intoxicate, and they don't have illicit sex. They also follow these things. They lead pure lives. And such Christians who become very pure Christians, they follow ceaseless prayer, which means constantly chanting on rosary God's name for praying to him for shelter. You will find. In fact, in Matthew's, you will find in the Bible a poem about how God is the lover, God is the beloved, and the writer of this poem, he says, I am like a woman. God is actually my lover and I am the beloved. So he is presenting himself like a gopi, in the mood of a gopi, or a Braja gopi, and Lord is like Krishna, the lover. This kind of representation is there even in Bible. In fact, if you study Christianity, all the nuns and the brethren, they all call themselves as bride of Jesus. They call. Why they call themselves bride of Jesus? Because we are like a bride and God is like a bridegroom. So we are actually meant for God's pleasure. That is the meaning. Similarly, recently I was reading this Guru Granth Sahib. The Sikhs, they have this famous book, Grantha, written by Guru Nanak Ji, based on the scriptures, which they worship on the altar. In that I read one beautiful poem. Khojat khojat vicharyo das govinda parayana avinashi kam chaho jinanak sada sumiran narayana. He's telling here, khojat khojat vicharyo. If you are searching for God by going here, going there in various places, and you're speculating with your mind who God is, Das Govinda Parayana. He is telling you are a servant of God, and the only thing you need to do is the Parayan, means glorification of Govinda. Avinashi Kham. Avinashi means imperishable. Kham means the spiritual sky, imperishable sky. Chaho ji Nanak, oh Guru Nanak Ji is telling himself, if you desire to attain the spiritual sky, Sada Sumirana Narayana, always chant the names of Narayana. Like that he is telling. And this is from Guru Granth Sahib. In this way, you will find that every religion teaches about chanting the God's name and abiding by the God's laws and coming gradually to that understanding. Now, all religions may not give a complete understanding instantly, immediately. Like citizens of India, they know government of India, but they have never seen the Prime Minister. But the MLAs, MPs may see the Prime Minister in Parliament. And the relatives of the Prime Minister can see him every day, day in and day out. They are the most intimate. Similarly, if one is far away from God, which means some religions take one to understanding that God is like the government, like a impersonal light. And some of them go to a higher understanding. God is a person, but a very respectful relationship, and as it is in the parliament. Like MLAs, MPs, they don't sit on the shoulder of the Prime Minister. They salute him, good morning sir, and respectfully. And the highest understanding of God is intimate understanding, where like Prime Minister's mother, Prime Minister's wife, his children will intimately deal with him. That is Bhagavan understanding. So, in our movement, we are followers of Bhagavad Dharma, Guru Parampara. We are given the Bhagavan understanding. Now let us take for example, all our Shastras say the supreme truth is called Purushottama. You can use the name Purushottama for Krishna, for Ram, and for Narayan. If you see the relationship with Lord Narayana, is a very respectful relationship. He also has Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, everything. And Shankha and Padma, lotus, for his devotees, and Chakra and Gada for demons. So that is Lord Vishnu. And the relationship of Garuda, the relationship of all devotees with Vishnu, is one of respect. Like he is like a king, we are like servant, like that. And with Ram, the relationship is little more intimate. Yes, Hanuman is in a reverential mode with Ram, but it is relatively more intimate than relating with Vishnu. And with Krishna, it is most intimate. Because with Krishna, you will find coward boys are playing kabaddi kabaddi with Krishna. You will find that cows are surrounding Krishna and they are within the embrace of Krishna. You find like that. And gopis are dancing rasa dance with Krishna. You find Yashoda Maya picking up Krishna on her lap and feeding him butter. This type of relationship. So, Srila Prabhupada used to say, we are not a bread-seeking religion, we are a bread-giving religion. We don't go to God and say, "Oh God, give me my daily bread." No. We give Him bread or butter to Him. So this is done out of love for Him. So all of you compare Krishna's relationship with his devotees and Vishnu and Ram's relationship with his devotees. The person is same. Krishna only expands as Ram and in Vishnu forms. It's like triple acting. Still, the mood is different. For instance, you yourself, when you are at home, you are with your mother, brother, sister, father. How will you relate with them? Now imagine you got a job in a company, IT company. So you go to company. How do you relate with your members in the company? So with you deal in different manner. At home you deal differently. Similarly, Lord Krishna deals intimately at home in a spiritual world called Goloka Vrindavan. When he becomes Ram or Vishnu, then he has another abode called Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha for Vishnu, Saket Dham for Ram. So in these abodes also he has thousands of devotees with whom he reciprocates love in a very reverential manner. But in Goloka he deals intimately with all his devotees. About these things you will learn in future more. But right now it is sufficient to know that Krishna, Vishnu, Ram, these are all Purushas. They are called Purushottama, Supreme Lords. The capital G-O-D, God only, is doing triple acting, expanding in these forms. Like in India you will see, in Ranganath you find Lord Vishnu is lying in the Anantashesh. But he has only two hands. It's Krishna only. But he is in the form of Vishnu lying in the Anantashesha. So if you see Andal, very great devotee poet, she is glorifying Ranganath in all her poems. Adi Madai Kanna, she is calling. Oh Krishna, whose color is of the color of the fresh monsoon cloud. Like that she is addressing him when she is calling him. She is calling Ranganath as Krishna only. Similarly, go to Guruvayurappan in Kerala. He is also Krishna only. About whom this thing is written, Narayaniyam is written. So in Guruvayur also they glorify with all Krishna's pastimes. Then you go to Jagannath Puri in Orissa. Who are those three personalities? Jagannath, Baladev, and in between their sister Subhadra. So Jagannath is Krishna, Baladev is Balaram. So Krishna, Balaram, brothers, and in between their sister Subhadra. So it's Krishna only. Similarly, you go to Vrindavan. In Vrindavan also, only Krishna is residing in Vrindavan also. You go to Dwaraka, is Krishna as Dwarakadish, king. I go to Srinathji, Nathadwara, if you go. That is Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill. You go to Badrinath. In Badrinath, there is Badri Vishal, who is Vishnu. Lord Vishnu only there. You go to Tirupati. Tirupati, there is Balaji. Now, who is Balaji? Bala means child. Ji means respectable. So, who is a respectable child? That is Krishna only. Because Krishna appeared in the jail of Kamsa to Mother Devaki and Vasudev. And because although he appeared like a small child, he was a respectable child. They both bowed down to him because it's a God who appears as a child. So it's called as Balaji. He showed Shankh, Chakra, Gada, Padma, everything as even as a child. He was having curly locks of hair and beautiful eyes and dressed up in nice jewelry and everything. Krishna appeared like that. So Tirupati Balaji is also Krishna. Ranganath is Krishna. Jagannath is Krishna. Guruvayurappan is Krishna. Badrinath is Narayana. Nathadwara, Srinathji is Krishna, lifting Govardhan hill. In this way, talk of any place in India, you'll find all the prominent temples. Rameshwaram you go. That is Lord Ramachandra. There along with Lakshman and Sita in Lanka. So these are the three Purushas prominently. And Lord Shiva is the expansion of Vishnu, but accepting the role of a servant of the Supreme Lord. As Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. So he acts as a Vaishnava because Lord Shiva is the expansion of Vishnu to run the affairs of the material world. He and his consort Durga Devi, They both are the father and mother of the material world. Whereas these three, Sitaram, Lakshmi Narayan, Radha Krishna, they are presiding deities of the spiritual world. And the worship of these three deities, Sitaram, Lakshmi Narayan and Radha Krishna, is very pure. You offer tulasi, you offer rice, dal, sabji, chapati, vegetarian items, milk and things like that. Pure offerings are done. And by worshipping these lordships in these forms, and chanting the holy names, we can cleanse our heart, we can return back to the spiritual world, which is beyond all the material worlds. In fact, the worship of these three deities is prominently done by Vaishnavas, you will find. Because by worshipping these lords and studying pastimes from Ramayana, Mahabharata, from Srimad Bhagavatam, and by chanting Hare Krishna and associating with devotees, we can develop the behavior like Vaikuntavasis, even while being in this world. And we can go back to him. So, the Shastras very clearly declare that these three are only called as Purushottamas. Purushottam, Uttama Purusha. And the Lord who comes in our heart as Antaryami, Super Soul. And the Lord who is the source of all the universes, was created. This is Purushottama, the Supreme Lord. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam gives long list of varieties of incarnations. At the end, after 24 incarnation list, Vedavyas says, Ete chamshakalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He says, all these avatars come from Krishna, and Krishna is himself the Supreme Lord. There is no one equal to Krishna or beyond Krishna, which Krishna also declares in Bhagavad Gita. And all great rishis, munis like Narada, Asita, Devala, they all accept that. So, we should, when we are doing bhakti for Krishna, with a one-pointed devotion, accepting these facts, we should chant the holy names. And if you have any doubts about Krishna's supremacy, we should feel free to ask and clarify from devotees. Because there are innumerable evidences which are available in the scriptures establishing Krishna's supremacy. Some people think Krishna worship started only in Dwapara Yuga. Prabhupada condemns that in one of his purports, giving evidence that Prithu Maharaj in Satya Yuga had a Krishna temple. Not only Prithu Maharaj, even other Maharajas, kings, because Krishna worship is not a recent thing. It has been there in the universe for all the time. Because Krishna comes every Brahma's day, once he comes. So Krishna was worshipped for millions and millions of years. And recently, 5,000 years ago, also he came. So one should know, when we say Krishna, it is a supreme personality of Godhead who is the embodiment of love, who is a person who possesses all six opulences, Aishwarya, Samagrasya, Virya, Shashasya, Jnana, Vairagya, Chapikto, Shannam, Bhagamitingana, all those things. And one who possesses 64 qualities. And he is our friend, he is our most dearest well-wisher, he is like our mother, our father, and he is the creator of all the universes. He is supplier of all our necessities. He is our maintainer and protector and guide. With this full understanding, one should approach the holy names of chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.